Hey there from the Red Rocker.
Hi.
You may see us argue in this one.
No way.
So I did a video earlier that I normally do for
A 10-minute one for her.
Other women. Yes, for other women. But on the same token, I wanted us to both talk on prioritizing fun. Because a lot of times when you have people that are...
I gotta go turn off the car now.
When you have...
We're on the time crunch, right?
Fine. It'll be fine. It'll just get extra.
Sorry.
If you have... When you're a mom, there's lots of tasks that have to be done, and that's your mode that you function in all the time. And the dads usually are in making money, and that's their focus. But a lot of them have also focused on sports or hunting or their hobbies and other stuff, whereas a lot of women, because they're doing the house, the kids, and everything, they forsake a lot of their own things that keep them filled up, and
they need to do some stuff for themselves.
Right. And so
not everything, but some. Right.
There needs to be something that you are pouring into yourself. And when you've gone through betrayal, it is even more important that every day you're doing something that is going to love yourself, to help yourself trust your body, trust trust yourself again, because when you've been betrayed, there's a lot of what would you call it? Just negative self-talk of you're an idiot. How did you miss this? You're so naive. You're gullible and all these things. And we're not. We did the best. We did what we thought God was calling us to do. We loved well. We forgave. We did all these things, but and in betrayal, it's really hard when you just want to crawl up in bed and die. You don't want to feed the kids. You don't want to take them to school. You don't want to clean that. You don't want to do anything. You just want life to be over or back the way it was. But actually,
well, it's not going back the way it was.
Well, that's the first thing you want is I just don't want to know, and I wish it was just the way it was. I can tell you that I felt that way, and I'm so thankful from professionals and in classes and things that I did that showed that, hell no, you don't want to go back to the way it was. Because when they're truly free, they're a different person. And you'll have a better marriage, and the post-traumatic growth for both the addict and the betrayed is huge.
There's a huge assumption that the unfaithful is doing some sort of
recovery,
real program for recovery,
right?
And truly doing it, and not just doing it to check the boxes type things,
right?
So there is an assumption in there,
right? So. But you will, when you are living a life of building trust and building the marriage and communicating and learning each other and growing. You don't want to go back to the way it was, because we had a good marriage, but this is better than ever, and I wouldn't trade it for. So anyway,
on to the fun piece.
All that, yes,
this is depressing so far. Like,
fun. Okay. So one thing when we met, I dragged him on the dance floor, and a lot of guys don't like to dance, and I understand that, and a lot of the secular world, it's club and smoking and all that.
Skip all that.
Well, we do dancing that's different. And this Friday we're doing a dance for families, and it's open to the public. And you can look up my page and find the details on it. But it's Friday 6 to 9 for families. And I can't tell you how fun it is for us to be able to dance. Now, early in recovery, if we were dancing to a song and Faithful came up in it, I would start crying.
A lot of country songs, she'd stop in the middle of the dance. Her demeanor would change.
It was very hard. Anything that had Faithful, it could be in church with a worship song. It doesn't matter. There were just certain triggers, and I'm getting better. But doing things that you enjoyed is really important. And early in recovery, it's normal for the mom to force herself to have fun, do something fun with the kids, for the kids, and you literally have to peel yourself out of bed and force yourself to do it. I totally get it. That's normal.
I'm waiting for you to get to the fun thing. You're talking about the title.
So, and even if you're not in the mood, watching something that's funny, or what are some other things? Talk about dancing, going to the botanical gardens or someplace
doing something that you enjoy doing, whatever it may be, whether it's a hobby,
right,
or walking, or
going and doing a pottery thing, or
drawing some artsy type thing you like.
Right.
Whatever it may be.
There's actually scientific evidence that shows that when you've gone through trauma and whatnot, and you use your creative side of your brain, it actually helps in the healing. And so there is dance therapy and art therapy and journaling, drawing, and all that can help you tap into that side of the brain.
Come back to
so you can kill two birds with one stone. But what I'm saying is that allowing yourself the time to pursue things that you have shoved aside, to be the mom, to be the wife, to be all those things. And I'm not saying like every weekend and this and that. I'm saying to plan it, because it won't happen unless you do. And it helps in your healing to be able to do those things.
So one thing I'm going to jump in here. So for the unfaithful, part of all that is the betrayed needs things to help recover. And this is an example of where initially they want to do something, you can help make it happen. You can help watch the kids, you can block out the time, you get it paid for ahead of time. A lot of times you want to corner them. And I set up this for you, this art class for you that you like. It's paid for. And she's either got to go or doesn't get paid for. And so that's kind of a corner, kind of a manipulation tactic. But
you need to address how, in the beginning especially, how things that you might have done together, she wants nothing to do with.
You're going there? So initially, we're talking about her, the betrayed, doing things on their own. Because the answer is you don't know if they want to be with you or not. That's something that needs to happen. Now, depending on the situation, there may be things they want to do with you. There may be a lot of things they have no interest in doing with you, just because they don't want to do it, don't want to be with you. Because things, at the beginning, all sorts of things are triggering all over the place. There's just all sorts of explosions going in their head. But they do this, they're all look at that red. Oh no, that reminds me of a dress color, and all sorts of things at the beginning. And that's why a lot of it is alone. Okay.
And just ask, but don't assume. Here's the big problem, is that the big thing is that the unfaithful assumes that we did it before, so going on a date and doing things together, that's what we should be doing to build our marriage. I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way.
Well, no, the answer is that there will be a time for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in the beginning, if she's honest, and you need to be aware that you can't assume. Well, you need to ask permission. You don't assume that you can, if you used to do certain things together or go certain places, or it's your anniversary coming up, or Mother's Day or her birthday, and you had traditions and things, she may not want you there. So, you need to be prepared.
And don't be surprised about that. So
right. And so you need to ask.
But come back to the fun thing. So this is really depressing. I don't want to.
I'm sorry.
Can I leave on this one?
No.
No, don't leave. That's the thing. Don't leave. But so, and so, as Jeanette was saying, is that if there's something you want to do together with her, ask. No surprises.
Do not.
No, nothing. You can ask off the cuff, but don't assume off the cuff. And ask them, can we go out to eat? Or would there be a place you would like, and would there be a place that they would like to go out to eat? Or
differ.
Do you want to go for a walk?
Differ.
And keep it simple. Don't keep it complicated. And understand, in the middle of it, it may end just because something's triggering, and she's like, I want to go. And you're like, okay, and you're done. That's a part of you being understanding and loving
Don't force
of the
things.
situations.
Yeah.
Now, with recovery, as it progresses, things change, and
Mm-hmm.
more things will happen together. You still need to ask, and you may ask some things and say, if you say, can we just plan a date Friday night, and for these 4 restaurants for each week or something like that, and see what they say. And they say no, okay, or yes, that's okay. And she may
Right.
cancel out on you just because something's happening, but but be prepared to do your best to support them in this recovery situation for the betrayed. And if you, as the unfaithful, can't do that, then it's okay to say, I can't do that, but understand that that means you've got work to do if you want to stay in this marriage.
Yep.
Because you need to consider your spouse
Right.
in almost everything. So
Right. And don't, like we said, don't be surprised if she's, and speaking to the betrayed here, it's okay. It's okay to be true to yourself and say, I really can't do this. I need space. I need time, and he's going to have to deal with it and understand that this is normal. It's normal for you to want safety. It's normal for you to want to.
okay. Yeah, but come back around to fun for yourself. You're taking off on a tangent.
No, I need to say something else. A lot of men think that, okay, I got to turn up the heat and buy her flowers and buy her this and get chocolate and do all these things that you should have done all those years. But that feels like manipulation. It feels like you're kissing her ass just to get in the bed. You need to ask what she's okay with.
Like I said, you need to talk. You need to ask the questions.
You need to ask questions.
Is it okay to do this?
Yeah.
Is it okay to do that?
Because
is it okay to go on a date? Go for a walk.
Everything can be
drive.
seen and taken as you're just trying to manipulate me and lie. And I hate to say this, and we're going to end on this, and it's going to be bad, but
Downer.
but I feel like some people are so dense that if she caught you and she saw emails or she saw receipts for restaurants with your mistress, or she knows you took her to this restaurant or you were at this certain strip bar or whatever it is, don't repeat those with her. Have enough sense to not go to Victoria's Secret and buy her something, to not go to the same restaurant that you took your mistress to not go to a restaurant that's next door to a strip club that you went to. Please kind of have some sense. You're
going to have to find a separate routine.
Right. You need to try new things.
To try at this point, to put a barrier between old stuff from your past and new stuff now. Yep. Now, maybe in the future, that may change. But at this point, remember, you're trying to support your spouse.
Yes.
Well, make it
prioritize.
Yeah, keep all the old stuff away. But if she happens to ask a question, answer it truthfully, and go from there.
Not with details. That's disclosure.
But either way.
Okay.
But the idea is that the betrayed needs to have fun. The unfaithful needs to support it, doing it on her own, definitely. And honestly, your fun as the unfaithful is kind of on hold for a while, because you've got a lot of bandaging to do. Right. Or repair work to do, and that's what needs to take the priority.
And that's with wife and kids. And so, I mean, fun could be watching a movie together. It could be going play putt-putt. It could be playing a game together. You need to be a new person, like you said, a new creation that is going to be prioritizing the family.
So,
all right.
Well, we'll end there. Otherwise, we'll just keep talking. All right. See y'all.
Have a good one.